Greetings everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at some of the teaser images Bungie released on DestinyTheGame.com. These are early teasers of what is to come and not the full images. There are 70 of these images, but I'm only going to go over the most notable items, since the rest are things we've already seen, such as the Vanguard and Crucible armour. If you want to see the rest for yourself, there'll be a link in the description box below to the official website. So let's start off with Titan exotics. Firstly, we have Eternal Warrior. Its exotic perk, Resolute, provides unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. Next, ACD0 Feedback Fence. Its exotic perk, Wrath Conductor. Taking damage from a melee attack deals damage in an area around you. And lastly, for Titan exotics, Peregrine Greaves. Its exotic perk, Peregrine Strike. Shoulder charge deals bonus damage when activated in the air. Moving on to Warlock exotics, first up, the Ram. Its exotic perk, the Ram Arises, activating Radiance from Death disorients nearby enemies. Secondly, Nothing Manacles. Its exotic perk, the Cold Equation, kills with Void Light abilities grant a shield. And lastly, the Purifier Robes. The exotic perk, Burn Brighter. Enemies killed by Ignite effects explode. And for Hunters, we have Exo-Attack Angel Hunter, and its exotic perk, Angel Hunter, significantly increases your weapon accuracy for a short time after jumping. Next up, Ikehika's Hooks, and its exotic perk, Touch of Venom. Hitting an enemy with a melee attack while invisible deals additional damage over time. And lastly, Unremarkable Burns. Its exotic perk, Not Bound by Law, upgrades double jump with an additional jump. So that is it for the exotics, but before I get into the Prison of Elders, I wanted to take a look at this weapon. Now this one's really interesting because it doesn't appear to be a revolver like other hand cannons. Upon closer inspection, it looks very similar to the weapons that the Queen's Guards carry, so perhaps this is a one-off weapon, as sort of a reward for completing a mission for Petrovenge. This could be the House of Wolves equivalent of Murmur, the weapon that you got for completing Eris's questline. It's definitely a unique weapon. Moving on, let's take a look at some of the weapons that the Prison of Elders has to offer. So there's some really exciting and unique weapons coming, the first of which is this pistol, and if you can't tell, this weapon is based off the shock pistols that Fallen Dregs carry. Again, this doesn't appear to be a regular hand cannon, so perhaps this will fire the same way Fallen weaponry does. Then there's this, a Fallen wire rifle which we can equip. Again, this raises the question, will it fire the same way a regular wire rifle does, in that will the weapon charge up before firing? Lastly, we have Lord of Wolves, an exotic shotgun, which we already have a full image of. Its exotic perk, Devil's Touch. Stacking rapid hits has a chance to set your target on fire. Now going back to the shock pistol for a moment, in the background image on Bungie's website, there's this image of a Warlock wielding the shock pistol, but if you look closely, they also have a scout rifle on their back, which is a primary weapon, so that must mean that the shock pistol is a special weapon, which is interesting. I wonder if the shock pistol and wire rifle are going to be exotic weapons. I've got to say, these weapons look insanely awesome. Bungie have really stepped up their game with how unique these weapons are, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. We also got a look at some of the legendary weapons from the Prison of Elders. We have an auto rifle called Wolfslayer's Claw, which we saw in the Reeve Tour, and its unique perk causes more damage to shanks. This next weapon, I really can't tell what it is at this time, so we'll just have to wait and see. Then there's the rocket launcher called the Last Rebellion, and appears to have 4 tubes, although we don't know if it will actually fire 4 rockets at once, or we can have up to 4 rockets loaded at once. Lastly, there's the heavy machine gun, the Onslaught Solution System. Next up, we have some of the armour from the Prison of Elders. Keep in mind that this isn't all of the armour. So first up, the Wolfwalker Helm and the Wolfwalker Greaves for the Titan. For the Warlock, there is the Will of the Archon, Vestments of the Archon, and the Archon Beacon class item. Then for Hunters, we got the Eyes of the Kell, Hands of the Kell, and Speed of the Kell. Next, let's take a look at some of the Trials of Osiris gear. Again, this isn't everything the Trials of Osiris has to offer, these are just a few of the items. So firstly, there's the hand cannon, Jewel of Osiris, the scout rifle called the Scholar, the auto rifle which we currently don't know the name of, and the rocket launcher called Tomorrow's Answer. For the armour, we have the Titan helmet, the Titan gauntlets, and the Titan mark, the Hunter helmet, the Hunter gauntlets, and the Hunter cloak. Bungie have also released this full image of the Hunter chest piece called Chest of the Exile. Next we have faction weapons, although there's nothing particularly exciting about these, besides the fact that faction weapons now have different models and a few new names. Here we have the New Monarchy Auto Rifle Vindicator 11, the Dead Orbit Shotgun, the Dead Orbit Scout Rifle, the Future Warcult Rocket Launcher, and this last one I honestly can't tell what it is. And lastly we have some miscellaneous items that can be bought from Varix, the new Fallen vendor in the Reef. So there's the House of Wolves Warlock Bond, which has a projection of the wolf symbol. Then there's the House of Kingship, House of Wintership, and House of Devilship, which can also be seen descending upon the reef in the beginning of this teaser trailer. So that is everything for this video. I cannot wait to get my hands on this stuff. This gear looks amazing. As always, thank you for watching. Your feedback and support is greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for more House of Wolves content, and I will talk to you again soon, Guardians.